everybody. I'm Jay Rosen, and I want to welcome you to Rumson, New Jersey, the place where we finished our latest wine cellar project here in this beautiful new home. We worked with the builder, the architect, and the homeowner to design and create the space you're about to see. This wine cellar was designed to hold 4,000 bottles at capacity. However, since the homeowners didn't have that much wine to begin with, we built it out at 2,000 bottles with room for future growth. So come on inside, let me show you what we've done, and tell me what you think. So here we are in our 2,000 plus bottle wine cellar in this beautiful home in Rumson. As I mentioned earlier, the space had been carved out by the architect, but we worked with the builder, making sure that the insulation was done properly. Again, we use closed cell spray foam, very important in a wine cellar. And we worked with the homeowner to try to encapsulate their collection and to give them desired quantities of regular bottles and large size bottles that they would envision their collection growing into. So as I mentioned, they envision their collection growing into 4,000 plus bottles, but right now the room holds 2,000 plus bottles. We started out by creating a front wall with 2 large windows that you'll be able to sit outside in the tasting area and look into the beautiful space. We did a brick floor that we laid, and it's a brick pattern as well, so each row of brick is offset by half a brick. So as you can see, it's beautiful. It brings out the colors of mahogany and the rusticity of the chandelier. Over on this side, what we did is we created double deep racking in the middle with case storage underneath. On either end, the lower part of the racking is also double depth with more case storage. And then we created a drink ledge. It's an area where you can set down a bottle or you can set down a glass. If you want to come down with some friends, you can put your glass down. Display rows with hidden rope lighting on both ends. And the rope lighting continuing across the middle on the display row as well. Behind the diffuser is our ultra quiet ductless split system, which is one of our signatures. It's a great system. Proper maintenance, it should last forever. Working our way around the room, what we did on this backside wall is create combination style racking on each end of the middle. If you notice the middle, there's a large bottle rack in between these combination style racks with the diamonds, the display row, and the individual bottles. This is where the future expansion lies. The room was originally designed to have a cascading waterfall rack coming out of that middle portion that would end about here and have a tasting counter under the chandelier. The owners weren't ready for that much capacity quite yet, but they wanted to have something that their collection could grow into. So what we did is we gave them this large bottle rack in the middle with the intention of being able to remove it at a future date, build the waterfall rack, and then cut that, and that would then sit underneath the counter, and that would be the front of the waterfall rack. So in essence, the only thing you'd be losing out on are 5 slots for large bottles. Moving around the room, these owners also were looking to show a lot of display type bottling. So what we did is we created this area over here where the bottles lay on their sides with the labels facing outward. These are double depth, so you can fit 2 bottles deep in each one. And these racks are designed to hold either individual bottles or magnums, as well as champagne, wider champagne bottles. The last thing I want to point out to you is this middle section here. We created a tasting counter with granite, some drawer space, so you really could have people come down here, have your corkscrew and other wine-related paraphernalia in drawers, and open up a bottle. The wall behind it has been custom designed for double magnums and Jeroboams. So this wall really was designed to hold 3 and 5 liter bottles, as opposed to the large formats over there, which will house up to 6 liter bottles. But in designing this space, one of the things the owners wanted to do was to have a secondary entrance, if you will, that was kind of hidden into the space. So what we tried to do is we tried to come up with a design that looked normal, yet housed a hidden door. And that's what we have here. If you'll notice, this is the central point of this wall, which runs from this corner to here. On either side of the counter, we have display rows, 1 bottle deep and 2 bottles wide. And then on the side, over here and over here, we also have display bottles where the bottles sit with their necks facing right or left. This particular rack was built with a hidden wheel and can be opened to display another door. And through this door is a spiral staircase that leads up to the pub. I'm going to take you upstairs in a moment and show you the access from the pub back down here. As I mentioned to you a moment ago when we were down in the cellar, this is the pub. And what a great place for your secondary entrance to the wine cellar, but from the pub. But if you look around, the pub is off in the corner of the house. The rest of the house flows through the hallway. Where could the door be? So what they've done here is also create a kind of hidden door to mimic the hidden door that we did downstairs in the wine cellar. So if you look, there are raised panels on both ends of the room. And if you walk over here, this raised panel actually pulls back to reveal the hidden staircase, which then takes you downstairs to the wine cellar. So if you're in here entertaining and you don't want to walk through the house through the unfinished portion of the basement, voila, secret door down to the wine cellar. It's a unique little function, if you will, that adds a bit of intrigue and mystery to the wine cellar. Anyway, thanks for joining us here in Rumson, New Jersey, and taking a tour of this beautiful wine cellar. Thanks for joining us throughout the year, watching our videos. You can always find us on the internet at www.washingtonvalleycellars.com. Check out our videos on YouTube, our Facebook page, WV Cellars, and on Twitter. Thanks again, everybody. Happy and healthy New Year to all of you. Bye now.